Okay guys, and welcome back. Whoa, this is pretty hectic. But hey, we are gonna be getting into our next match very soon. This time it's gonna be a little different. We are gonna get our Korean squads instead. If you're looking at the cat, he said, I wanna go out. That's why I said no Yui, because he was trying to bother me. Well, I was fixing things up, but then it was like, oh, you need to go out. Okay, sure, have a good day. Goodbye. Take care of yourself, okay, Mr. Cat. And there you go. So basically, that's the story of my cat. Hopefully you guys enjoy having him on the stream, and maybe we'll see him later on into our day. But yeah, our two teams right now are gonna be Gamecoach Academy versus HARIBO, and we are gonna be starting things off on Lijiang Tower. Just quickly getting a few of those Korean names as well, so we can actually pronounce them properly. But in the meantime, we're gonna be looking to call them by the color and their hero pool. So that's a little bit of the difficulty not being able to speak Korean. I just do need to get a quick little translation of what's going on. And here for GCA, we are going to have one player. Ooh, okay, so you know these situations, guys. You need your pen. I think I've made this like a standard in the OD scene. You gotta pen your paper, and you copy paste the name, and oh yeah, okay. So this is Yon Su Ban Isal Gil. So I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that for sure. I'll call him Yon. In the meantime, here for the side of HARIBO, we're just gonna get that one. Dude, I'm just doing this on stream because these guys are waiting at me. And yeah, so let's get into this one. Our first map is going to be Lijiang Tower. And yes, this is map number 1, guys. Thank you to these two squads for letting this one happen. And yet again, we're still going on with OD Pacific playoff coverage. This is going to be our second one of the day. Let's get it on, let's get it done. Let's get into Gamecoach Academy versus HARIBO. So HARIBO, guys, you know, they're gonna be cute and cuddly, but also very deadly, perhaps. Both of these two teams really at the top. If I remember correctly, it was like 10-2 and 9-3 or something like that as their records. You guys can check that one out yourselves. In the meantime, let's get that last few names. That one of them is we got Josu Wei. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce that too. I'm not gonna be able to pronounce these names, guys. Like, I already know. I'm trying, okay? I love trying for them. And no, Gibraltar. I remember Gibraltar. Gibraltar is the last one. So, let's go. Let's go try and say these names. We got Izar, Perfect, Exceed. This is Yonsu, we'll call him Yonsu, Lyric, and Austin here for the blue hand side of Gamecoach Academy. In the meantime, here for HARIBO, we've been able to cast him before actually. It's our VR attack, basic dealer player, Just Way. We also have Jonsu 2-way and Gimpo 10. So I don't really know what these names mean. I think one of them means just practice. I think it's for the HARIBO side. But in the meantime, let's talk about the game instead. I'm not gonna try to teach you guys linguistics today. I'm gonna try to show you guys what Overwatch is all about. And this is what we're gonna be going on. Lijiang Tower right here right now. It's gonna be two Reinhardts knocking heads. Fire grenade get it tossed on out. Exceed though with attack on the one. And Gamecoach Academy just trying to vaporize the opposition with that Symmetra. But HARIBO doesn't care. So they whip out the Signal right now. Very interesting pick, playing that double barrier, and onto the McMee and the McCree we go. So how you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? Is the stream live and ready to go? And yeah, our matches should be updated very soon as well in the comments. So just wait out on that. This game is gonna be match number 2 rather, at our 4 PM marker. And here and now, Gamecoach Academy going for the attack yet again. Izar gonna be out in front. May Ice Wall though, courtesy of Yonsu, gonna allow them a space to breathe in. Deadeye prime right now by Junsu, and he's gonna get that frag on with a little help from Gibraltar to get the kill on the Lyric. Shots not keeping on, coming from McCree, and Perfect looking like a flaw right there. Gonna get taken down in the middle of everything. XC gonna go down as well, and HARIBO looking just absolutely unstoppable right now. The moment they saw the Symmetra, they were like, hey, we can just dominate the competition, we can just oppose the opposition, and we can just stomp on their tried and tested tactics. It's only a little difficult for Gamecoach right now. They're gonna lead a little more game and a little more coaching into this one. They are going for the Rhine Orisa, but they're unable to really bridge the gap and use the hold and the hammer to a good degree. Instead, they will get caught by that Flux. Beautiful catch there, courtesy of Basic. Coalescence right here, right now, looking for the vaporization and RVR attack, going for the fire strike there. Hold Knight now, gonna connect. Here comes Gamecoach pushing on forward. They're trying to get the catch on. Beautiful pin right now from RVR attack, and here comes the Say Dealer player, apparently gonna double down on that one. Gonna get the sound barrier on. Here comes the right-hand side right now, defending as much as possible, and HARIBO gonna be all the way out in front yet again by Grenade. They will connect onto two. Izar right now with a few hammer swings as well. And in the meantime, here comes RVR attack. Goes for the shatter, gets the pin, gets the stun, onto 5, and that is a beautiful, beautiful wind-up, courtesy of HARIBO. Desperate sound barrier right now on Lyric's end. And here comes the Nano Boost, just making sure that everything is gonna get mopped up. Seems like this is HARIBO's to win, and they do so, 100-0. Solid start there. Solid start for HARIBO. And we'll just quickly update that one. This is our 4 p.m. match. Come on, Night Mods. Help a brother out and give me what I need. So 4 p.m. is GCA versus HARIBO. And we are still pending for our 6 p.m., 8 p.m. matches. That should be all updated for you guys on that, and we'll tweet about it later on after this match as well. The May is valid if you guys remember correctly, and quick little tidbit, if I remember correctly, from HARIBO from last broadcast, we were informed that this squad was made it to the playoffs of Open Division Season 3 2019 or something like that in Korea. So they came from the OD Korea, and they were able to perform at such a high level to such a successful degree, and moving over to Pacific, well, you gotta say they should be at the top of the class. And HARIBO, the 2nd seed from the regular season, technically the 5th seed right now thanks to the contender slots. And they are really just running rampant against Gamecoach Academy. Korean versus Korean squad. We are on Korean server right now, but HARIBO is looking to be not so gummy, but instead absolutely fierce. So onto the objective we go. Izar gonna be looking to find a hop on. It's a dive right here, right now, versus the Rhine Sigma yet again. And seems like this is such a tried and tested composition here for the HARIBO squad. Beal flashbang right now. Junsu gonna be able to get the takedown there onto Yonsu. And here comes the leap on that. Izar trying to get the survivability on. And Exceed in the meantime, we're seeing this report from the previous matchup. It's all about the EMP, but Gibraltar gonna get the shutdown instead. And right here, right now, it's gonna be Basic alongside RBR attack, looking to make this double barrier count. In the meantime though, gonna be a good way to get the leap on in. And we'll see how the Rhine and the Sigma are gonna go underway into this one. Dive though, with the Coalescence as their starting mark. Austin with the beam. Here comes Basic though, gonna be able to get the lift on. And HARIBO using that Flux to try and stall for time. Accretion though not gonna connect. It seems like Austin just gonna be a little too oblivious to that one. Gonna be fading on that instead. Dealer player with a sound barrier. And this is the 2nd time we've seen Alusha go for a solo sound barrier. Trying to keep himself alive, stall for time. Basic going for that shield dance. It's just not gonna be enough. And the hack right now from Exceed. Just gonna get a shutdown onto that Lucio. GCA, Gamecoach Academy, getting one back. So good flip here for GCA. They really needed that after a solid start from the HARIBO squad. 70% to 8 right now. It's a lot of work cut out for the blue hand side. EMP though is gonna be available, and we'll see how this is gonna pan out for Exceed and the rest of the GCA squadron. Because here comes the freeze. Justway actually gonna look at the right and doesn't get the kill. Here comes the poop though. Transcate is forced on that. And 2 frags on the board for GCA. Gamecoach Academy using that EMP to such a good rate. 2 for 1 right there right now. And it's time to go for the poops as well. In the face of adversity comes Lyric. He doesn't care. The dealer player has his mark. And this Lucio just finding the frags for his team. Justway trying to get on that. Perfect gonna get on the board as well. And in the meantime, here from Gamecoach Academy, able to defend yet again. Gamecoach Academy looking pretty potent into this one. As soon as they got their footing on the objective, they have not given up whatsoever. And that EMP could have been a little better dealt with actually by HARIBO. They already spotted the Sombra out with the freeze, but they didn't react to it in time. And instead, now they're getting punished heavily. GCA. It seems like they're really engaging HARIBO onto this northern tower. And as soon as they go in, there is just no coming out. All sides, all flanks covered by Gamecoach Academy. And Perfect right now, looking to be an absolute 10 out of 10. 75% and counting. Gamecoach Academy literally turning things on its head. 20% right now left. One potential clash here now for HARIBO to try and get the comeback. But this is looking really difficult here for the Red Korean squad. They have the Flux, they have the Blizzard, but they will need to get onto the objective. And they don't have anyone besides dealer player for that. Transition right now. HARIBO going to the northern side yet again. And Perfect has the bomb. Will he actually unleash it into the backline? It comes. Everyone forced to go out in front. And the Blizzard here from Justway covering the objective. Freeze onto the Winston. Sound barrier though from Lyric. Gonna be able to catch out 2, maybe even 3, keeping that Winston actually alive. Flux right now though from Basic. Gonna look for the lift on. And here comes the EMP, here comes the Coalescence. Beautiful boop though from Lyric, catching out the Sigma. And that is exactly a really easy pickoff that Lyric is looking for. Another one onto the Moira. Does he fall? Yes, he does. Gibraltar gonna fall on down. Here comes Yunsu yet again. And Justway gonna go down to the hand of the Tracer. Gamecoach Academy comes back in full force. And we are all tied up on Lijiang Tower.
1-1.
There you go, guys. Another one on the history books. And Lijiang Tower gonna be another beautiful brawl yet again between our two squads. Really goes to show the top of the bracket. Just barely any difference between the two. And if I remember correctly right now, we do have Daks versus Fortuna happening on the upper bracket. We also have Savior Esports. I'm trying to figure out what the rest of the bracket right now is looking, but you can use that command exclamation bracket to get into the action at any point in time. Anyway though, here for the blue hand side, they are going to be looking to get in position. Here comes the Ice Wall already. That is just that main, looking to be as pesky as possible. Is there any time with the Fire Strike? And apparently Justway going to be bringing out that Torbjorn. So we've seen the Torbjorn pretty much back into the meta nowadays. The turret being such a big deterrent in the first place. And people have realized how to use the Rivet Gun to such a good degree. But at the same time, the weaknesses of the Torbjorn in highlight right there. As that is Gamecoach Academy getting a pretty easy team kill. When the Torbjorn turret is with you, it is going to get blocked by the same sidelines in the first place, and it's so easy to get center of mass against the Torb because of his hitbox. Gamecoach Academy looking off for a hot start, and apparently the rest of the bracket is covered by Savior Esports versus FFF, First Fabulous Fighter, as another beautiful shutdown here for Gamecoach Academy, because that is Izar getting the shatter on and putting everyone to the ground. So as I was saying, we got Sarah also versus NNT Crescent on the upper bracket. In the meantime, on the lower half, we got Sabagot actually taking down Akihabara, who I believe has disbanded, so they did just take those defaults. In the meantime, Team Initial Achieve versus the Korean squad still gonna be going on. TP versus FPS Academy Riptide, and LOG versus V3 Javelin Deathmatch. So a lot of different matches right now happening all throughout our brackets. And it's gonna be very interesting to see where everything falls into place at the tail end of our day. But anyway, here for the blue side, Gamecoach Academy, it's gonna be a shadow step from Xseed in behind. Immediately into the Death Blossom, the Blizzard gonna get the zone on. And overall, a quick execution there from Gamecoach Academy. Could have been very telegraphed, but the Blizzard making a little things dicey. And overall, again, another solid defense here from GCA. They have really just understood how to play as a team, and they really have this solid chemistry between their lines. It was a slow start earlier on Night Market, but hey, growing pains abound. Is right now with the Fire Strike, Justway ready with that Molten Core. And it feels like the side of HARIBO has not really been able to utilize the Torbjorn to a good degree, but right now this is going to be the perfect place to go at him, because the Lava with that Molten Core just cooking up everything GCA has planned. And that is going to be a Death Blossom from Junsu as well. Basic right now, moving over to the points. Kills abound here for the HARIBO squad. There you go, they get the flip on back. Action on Lijiang Tower. Apparently not over yet. We are in here for the long haul, and this is our second match of the day, ladies and gents. Thank you guys for tuning on and supporting the D3 scene of the Open Division Pacific. And it's gonna be such a good weekend here and now of Overwatch action as much as we can provide it. Supercharger though is available. Perfect. Gonna be looking to find his form. Basic doing the same. And here comes the Shatter right now. Beautiful block though, courtesy of RVR attack. And it's just Wade right now, making the Torbjorn count. He gets 2 frags on the board. That is gonna be the Engineer getting kill after kill. And the Torbjorn turrets going to get set on up in a different aspect of the map. I feel here for Just Wade, if he puts the Torbjorn turret on the south side and he's on the north, he can really go for the crossfire. Gonna be the same thing here, but he is gonna be setting things up on top of the table instead. Pretty interesting movement there from the Torbjorn. I really like the creativity of where these turrets gets placed in the first place. But here comes the brawl yet again. Blizzard right now from Yunsu. Izar gonna get the frag on the board. Molten Core right now to try and mitigate. But apparently the Diva of Perfect getting the chomp onto the hot Molten Load. And that is Just Wade going down. Gamecoach Academy with a really quick execution there. And it's time to go for the push. It's time to get onto the other side. Ice wall now to separate RVR attack. No way for him to escape. And victory for Gamecoach Academy. They took the first map in this series, 2-1. Pretty close on both sides. But there you go. GCA 1-0. HARIBO confirmed in the chat by our players. GCA wins 2-1. And yeah, Lijiang Tower taken by the Blue Korean squad. Hey, this is a big Korean versus Korean matchup, but this is such a really high parts of the brackets. And there you go, guys. Updated already. Lijiang Tower won out by GCA. It again was a pretty soft start there from the GCA squadron. The Ryan and the Orisa unable to really find their footing on a night market, but moving over to Gardens, they found the comeback approach, especially with that Sombra. And then on Control Center, well, they were able to really face off against the Torbjorn. So map number 2 immediately coming our way. That's the thing I love about these Korean matchups. That is, we go straight into the fanfare. We go straight into the game. And our second match is going to be King's Row as per usual. Not surprising whatsoever. Both sides have practiced this map a lot of times. Has sides been swapped? No, it's whatsoever. And it's GCA on the blue, HARIBO on the red. Let's get it on, let's get it done. Map number 2 immediately coming your way. The Gamecoach Academy, gonna be going for the brawl, gonna be going for the fights, and gonna be going for a potential 2-0 lead. They have the first map under their belts, and they want to go the long haul. In the meantime, here for HARIBO, we'll see how this is gonna pan out, and try to turn things around. Earlier on though, on the map of Control Center, I really feel like the Torbjorn pick there for HARIBO just wasn't utilized to the best degree. GCA really understanding how to push in against the opposition. And the only time they really got punished by the Torb and Reaper picks was the time they were inside the astronaut suit showcase. And the Molten Core and the Death Blossom both came together. But whenever they realized that there is no Molten Core, it is such an easy time for GCA to push on in. There isn't really too much crossfire from the turret to be pesky in the first place. And that was the show there. So for GCA, gonna be defending right now with Exceed playing the Sombra. One map advantage right here right now, looking pretty good to start things off. And in the meantime, Just Wade just leaping on in, moving over to that cinema, looking for a potential pick, but sees no one waiting at the wings. So hot start here and now, and it's gonna be Just Wade looking to move around the map. Tries to go for the punch, wants to go on to Perfects. And the Diva, as well as the Reaper of Yunsu, get the punish on. But here comes the McCree of Jusu. He's going to be trying to get the frags on the board. The Revolver, going to be a hot hand to utilize into this one. Gimpoten in the meantime, working behind him. So it is going to be our standard break on between Dealer Player and Gimpoten. Knowing about the heals, but also a little bit of CC between the Shield Bash, as well as the Sleep Dart and the Anti-Heal. In the meantime, for the side of GCA, you could say that they might have a disadvantage because they have that Lucia Moira. They are going to look for the push on in, and a single anti-heal will really turn things on its head. But so far, GCA is surviving. They're trying to get the fight with the amp speed. In the meantime, brawl going on. 1-for-1 trade so far. The Reaper of Yasu just destroying everyone in the sightlines. It seems like that is the potency that they are utilizing here on the first point of King's Row. Anyway though, Izar right now does have the Shatter available. He's going to be moving out onto the map. Austin in the meantime, Coalescence is available. And for here for GCA, they're gonna have a lot of tools under their tray. The Fire Strike now gonna get tossed on another beautiful half there from Exceed. And the Coalesce is right here right now, courtesy of Austin. RVR attack though with the tag onto one perfect in the meantime with the counter kill onto the Red McCree. And here comes the Shatter. Izar gonna put people to the floor. Dealer player cannot deal with that. And the pin even cashing out just way at the tail end. GCA, another solid affair. Let's watch that one again. There you go, ladies and gents. Going back to that replay. Izar goes over to the doorway, gets the slam on, and everyone just cooked to a crisp. And we go back into the fights. And it's Gamecoach Academy. Again, holding close. EMP time. We'll get 5. They realize who has ultimates, and they are trying to execute as quick as can be. They might lose to the Lucio though. Top up from Austin gonna be very important. Just way he decides to just leap on in and get the Shoryuken to get that KO. XC though, with a half perhaps. Not gonna get basic in the meantime on that high ground. And the Ryan and the Zarya gonna be together yet again. Beam though, keeping on coming. Here comes the McCree right now, looking to push on forward. And in the meantime, Austin, Coalescence is available. Push comes to shove though. Exceed gonna be staying on that high ground. Here we go with the potential half sleep dart now gonna connect. And here comes the Coalescence. Austin keeping things up with the pressure. Just way though in behind. He's gonna full commit into that one. Meteor Strike right now looking to slam on the Graviton. But the sound barrier there from Larry keeping everyone alive. Austin instead vaporizing everyone and anyone. But RVR attack winning out the fight between the two Reinhardts. 3 frags on the board, looking pretty good still here for GCA. They get that blossom to get the zone on, but unfortunately Yunsu cannot get any kills. Push comes to shove, 2 frags on the board, and here comes the red hand side of HARIBO. Finally they find their footing, finally they get onto the objective, and it gets back on the points. First stick taken, looking for a second one, onto the high ground, basic with the shots, and there you go. Minute 2, 3. HARIBO gonna get a little bit of time to work with, and they swap things over. Onto the Sombra they go as well. So it's gonna be very, very interesting to see how this EMP versus EMP dynamic is gonna unfold. On the second point of King's Row, there are gonna be some really good corners to try and utilize this. And Exceed in the meantime will get caught by the McCree. Unfortunately though for Junsu, he's gonna be unable to get the kill. In the meantime though, perfect. Gonna get forced on that from the mech. Pops the self-destruct to get the remech on back instantaneously. Shots now keeping on coming. Gets the poops on. Izar in the meantime looking for an opening. An RVR attack. Gets the slam on down. No, it isn't. It's gonna be Izar rather with the slam. Shield comes on up, but it's just not enough. Finally, RVR attack. Gonna do the same. And he's gonna get a stunning reception in behind. Absolute chaos right now between our two teams. But the Reaper in behind yet again. Basically gonna get the frag on with the Buddy Blaster. And HARIBO gonna win out a very, very close-knit fight. So HARIBO gonna still have the Deadeye here for Jusu, and he's gonna be looking to try and get the lock on into this upcoming arena. Anyway though, onto the corner we go. An RVR attack pushing on forward. Just wait in the meantime. EMP is at the ready. Exceed gonna do the same. And here comes the propagandas. Here comes the lights going down. Deadeye gonna be able to get one, but perfect with the counter catch takes care of Just Wave. Still here for GCA, they can go for their own EMP and they will get 3 Coalescence from Austin, such a big game changer. And we have seen this before from the Blue Moira. He's so quick at getting his ultimate back. He's so quick at putting the punish on. Right now though, overextending will get taken down by RVR attack after the peel. But Lyric decides to go in for the swoop, and that is another kill in favor of Gamecoach Academy. Really interesting dynamic between the two supports, both the Lucio and the Moira of Gamecoach deciding we can push, we can fight, and we can be the aggressors. A minute 07 though, it looks like the side of HARIBO running out of time yet again. It wasn't their second point that was a little slow, it really was that first point, draining their time back to such a big degree. And right here, right now, Death Blossom available for Yunsu. Lurk in the meantime, Soundbar is available. And in behind, it's the McCree going for the shots. Corner though being contested. Here we go with the Reaper right now. And a Soundbar from Lurk looking for the push on forward. Beautiful Death Blossom, the Beyblade getting some really good value. Shot right now, done courtesy of Izar. And RVR attack. To be able to get the kill as an RVR attack rather. Izar unable to get the shatter. Even though I'm not getting the Reinhardt calls right. But you can see the stuns are working. Perfect though. With a self-destruct onto the points. Forcing dealer player as well as Gibraltar to hide on the sides. And now, here for HARIBO. With that self-destruct out of the way, they are going to be able to utilize their positioning and try to go for a quick little club buff. Now the big game changer here has to be either that self-destruct or the shatter that's coming into the fray. Izzard will slam on down, gonna get the stun on to 2. Overtime gonna take away after the EMP. But still, it's Gamecoach's game. It's still Gamecoach's defense looking really solid. Austin right now with the coalescence. No one really dying on the side of the defense. And Gamecoach Academy holding HARIBO to the end of that second point.
Score 0-1. Switching sides. Initiating.
There you go, guys. Sorry about the logos real quick. Didn't actually see that was the wrong logo there. But hey, it is what it is. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gamecoach attack now gonna be on the attack. And here for HARIBO, it's gonna be them on the defensive and instead. So very interesting how Gamecoach is gonna play things out.
Ready for battle.
As we are gonna see how the blue hand side is gonna run this. Since Sombra yet again here for XT, that has been pretty imposing, pretty dynamic on how to play things out with the Sombra to begin with. He has been so potent, he has been so annoying, and always striking from the shadows in the first place. In the meantime though, we'll see what is gonna be the plan here for HARIBO, as it's looking like their defense is going to be utilizing the Widowmaker here for Jusu's side. Very interesting, especially to get the snipes on. In the meantime though, we're just making sure all our overlays are prim and proper as we get on into another one of these bouts. King's Row still not done, ladies and gents. We are going to be getting into the fight, into the fun, and into the fray. And in this instance, it's Gamecoach Academy looking to go for the push. In the meantime though, HARIBO on the defensive end instead. Shots out keeping on coming, basically gonna be playing that high ground. Izzard in the meantime with a charge on in yet again, and perfect right now. Gonna get halved up. The Widowmaker though with a tag on to one that is gonna be Jusu making things happen. But here comes Yunsu right now, really putting the punish in the front line. And perfect in behind the spider, gonna get the kill there. Pincer attack allows him to get the frag onto the sniper. Next on the list perhaps gonna be RVR attack, but space being given right now by HARIBO's Gamecoach attack, taking 2 ticks already. Fire strike right now coming on through. Here comes the charge, counter charge right there though. And in behind, here comes the coalescence. Austin trying to get the beam on. A pretty easy take here for GCA. And they have a huge time bank to work with in the first place.
You seem in need of aid.
Right here, right now, the blue hand side of Gamecoach Academy in complete control of this matchup. They're looking really good so far, and they're looking to roam around the map as much as possible. In behind though, seems like here for Gimpton, he's gonna have that nano boost available, and we'll see how that one is gonna unfold into the future here for GCA.
I see. You're going to live.
HARIBO can potentially go for the Nano Rhine and potentially go for a Nano Diva as well to try and get the zone on. But hey, it's RVR attack. Nano boosted up yet again. Seems like it's going to be a stimp back, really going for the boost. And speaking of the boost, the boosters might get lifted up on here with a quick little self-destruct. That blasted within the EMP, not getting me enough. Beautiful field there from Basic, gets in position. An RVR attack right now with the pin on. Self-destruct forced out from Basic. He's not going to get much. Again, he has to use the self-destruct to go for the remake instead for any frags. And Izzard right now getting pelted from behind. But here comes a potential pin, and Gamecoach Academy again in complete control. It really seems like that they have been so potent right now, and they are very close to the tail end of this map. The payload reaching to the marker that HARIBO has really set on up. And here comes the EMP right now from Justway. Cancels out Austin's coalescence. It's a pretty good thing to actually do. But there we go with the counter half ready from Exceed. RVR attack, making the sacrifices to Sombra count. And then Reinhardt with 3 frags on the board. They use the sound barrier as well to make sure that no one else is gonna die on their side. And HARIBO investing a lot just to go for that desperate defense. In the meantime though, self-destruct available here for Perfect. Can go for a potential bomb or 2. We'll see how this one is gonna pan on Nats, especially if we can get the catch on. In the meantime, Red Reinhardt of RVR attack after a good showing with those hammer swings. He's gonna have the shatter available. Now push can potentially come to shove. Basic is unable to go for a reset at any point in time. If he does go fly on back to his side, well, that can just be the side of GCA taking that as a 6v5 advantage. Speaking of advantage though, the catch on Just Wait, the dupe is gone from the game already. In the meantime, here comes Izar, looking to go out in front, and Dealer player getting dealt with yet again. Payload though, gonna get pushed by the Sombra perhaps. Shadow right now will connect, beautiful Samurai from Larry to try and keep Izar alive, but unfortunately, the Soldier 76 comes back in full force instead. In the meantime though, Death Blossom in behind. That's gonna be the Reaper getting to Just Wait, comes on back with the uppercut. And it's gonna be a Sombra EMP instead. Gamecoach Academy pushing that payload. They can really taste that 2-0 lead, and they will be able to do so here on King's Row with a 2-1 victory.
Play of the game.
Play of the game right now, again, for our Moira. That is gonna be that one, ladies and gents. Another one goes in favor of GCA, and a pretty well executed onslaught yet again. They win it out 2-1 on our hybrid map. And here you go, ladies and gents, that is our results so far. So we don't have a map number 3 as of yet. That is going to be of the escort type. But GCA winning out on the same score, but this time on a better note. So far, it has all been Gamecoach Academy, and it seems like they're really just executing with the Sombra in such a better way to begin with. This is only our second match of the day, and we're hoping to get more by the 6 and 8 p.m. markers. Still, don't go away. Don't leave us just yet. We still have a map number 3, and we are waiting on right now on what's that gonna be. But so far, it feels like for HARIBO, they can really put up such a good fight, but they are forced to not really use their ultimates in a optimal manner. We've seen the self-destructs basically used for the remake multiple times there on King's Row, and unfortunately for the side of HARIBO as well, it really feels like their ultimates are used in a pseudo-forced manner, because Gamecoach Academy is putting pressure on so many angles, on so many sides. They're really pushing forward, going for those staggers, and making sure that their opponent cannot deal with them whatsoever. It has been a beautiful onslaught right now, as I said before, for Gamecoach Academy, and they are one map away from moving in to the next round of the upper bracket. So right now we are going to be taking a very short break. We'll be waiting on for map number 3. Stick around, guys. We'll be right back with this matchup. So welcome back, guys, and seems like we are going to be getting underway with map number 3, and that one is going to be Watchpoint Gibraltar. We're just making sure everything is going to be a-okay on our side. And yes, Watchpoint Gibraltar confirmed on up already. Seems like both sides wanted to take a little break, but they were like, scratch that, we're going to get into the action, and it's going to be time to get into our escort map. So right now, GCA is having that 2-0 advantage. If they take this next map by storm, well, we are going to be done for this matchup. In the meantime, HARIBO looking to turn things around. There you go, guys. We are going to be confirming that one to be our upcoming map. Gamecoach Academy going to be on the defense. HARIBO on the attack. Let's get it on. Let's get it done. Let's get into map number 3. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we are on match 2 for today's broadcast between Gamecoach Academy versus HARIBO. Earlier on, we had the SEA showdown of Savior Esports versus FES Academy Riptide. This time, we're having a bigger one. We're having the Korean squadrons of GCA versus HARIBO, the top 2 in the OD regular season for season number 2. So right here, right now, high ground being taken by Gamecoach Academy, and they are going to be playing that Ryan Diva, so they aren't really going to full commit on a dive on this defense, but instead will be utilizing that Diva to go for the zone, to go for the mobility, and the Reinhardt to brawl onto that tunnel. In the meantime, though, for our VR attack and basic, it's the Winston and the Diva instead going for the dive. Is right now with the first frag, gets rid of the Diva player. And honestly, it's a really good start here for Gamecoach Academy. They're holding pretty well on top of this part of the map, and here on Watchpoint Gibraltar, the entrance of the Rock of Gibraltar, well, it is gonna be a really easy time for the Reinhardt to deal with if they drop on down into the tunnel. So Izar gonna look for it already. Gonna be all alone though. He's gonna try to get the pin on. Will get hacked up by Justway instead. Opportunity right now for the Sombra to try and get the kill, but Xseed gonna get the catch on up instead. The high ground right now taken by the McCree, and shots keeping on coming. Diva though with the ignore, and Basic instead taking care of the Mei of Yunsu instead. Xseed unable to really get much done with the McCree right now, and Sekolas from Gibraltar to allow HARIBO the advantage into this one. Basic gonna be flying on over as well. And honestly, this is gonna be looking really good for HARIBO. Gamecoach Academy unable to really utilize their Reinhardt inside the tunnel. They went for a pin that didn't really pan out. And I feel like teamwork there from GCA is just not on point compared to before. But hey, this time their team comes back together and they take care of Justway as well as the Tracer. Austin gonna find the anti-heal to connect on. And Gamecoach Academy onto the payload, just stopping onto this one, making sure the objective not gonna move whatsoever. Point 71 on that contest. Xseed right now with a Deadeye, looking for a Prime. And the Diva gonna run out Defense Matrix, forcing out the self-destruct yet again. Another time perhaps for Basic and his bombs, because HARIBO, that is another time that he has been forced to go for the remake, using his ultimate just to get back into the fray quicker. Is it worthwhile? That's gonna be the real question. Should he have gone for a reset in that instance? Seems like HARIBO wants to go for the attack right here, right now, and is not letting up whatsoever. RPR attack on the high ground. Nano boost though given alright to Xseed. Here comes the Blizzard onto the payload, and it's gonna be a sound barrier as well. A lot of things used up already by GCA. EMP though, only gonna be able to get the front line. It feels like Gamecoach Academy really playing this game to such a good degree. They're able to get a zone on. They're using their front line to bait out the EMP. The high ground is such a good spot for the McCree in the first place. But as I say that, the coalescence from Gibraltar gonna be able to get to. Can the Mortar clean on up? Seems like it's not gonna be the case. Justway instead looking to go for another EMP. And here comes RVR attack into the fight yet again. Gets the freeze right now. Perfect. Gonna get hacked on up. Can't go for the DM. Won't be able to protect himself. And that is gonna be the takedown there onto the mech. Shatter though from Izar gets the stun onto the Tracer. And Jusu unable to move anywhere but back to spawn. And even though right here, right now, it is looking pretty good for Gamecoach Academy. After it looked really dicey, they were able to come back and they were able to make sure that they will get the contest on. Almost C9 though. Oh, it is gonna be a C9. They forget about the objective. Sneaky stuff from HARIBO. So close. Almost a full hold there. But apparently, Gamecoach Academy giving HARIBO a little space to breathe and just another chance for redemption. HARIBO right now looking to try and get some map control back. So as soon as that first point gets captured, immediately the HARIBO squad on the attack pushing on forward, trying to get the zone on, trying to get map control, looking for a few picks along the way. As we said before, Hangar here on Watchpoint Gibraltar, such an easy place to get the push on, and if you have complete control of it on the attack, well, you're gonna be pushing your opponents back to somewhere they can't really contest that payload to begin with. Anyway though, Sambar not tossed out by Lyric after the kill there on to Izar. So here for Gamecoach Academy, they're gonna really try things out. Perfect, now Nana boosted up, 2 frags on the board actually. Seems like Xseed find the angles that he needs, and he's staying pretty safe so far. The Tracer gonna go down to the hand of Lyric as well, the Lucio getting on the board. And we have been seeing some really exceptional support play right now all throughout our day so far. Lyric and Austin, a really big component of GCA's success, especially with their potency to boot. There really is times where they decide, hey, we can go for the kill ourselves, and in the end, they are able to do so. Lucio Ana right here, right now, all about the top up, and using that nano boost to begin with. Anyway though, the dive composition between RBR attack and basic, having their ultimates ready, and to the high ground they go again. Brawl now between the two divas, basic gonna pellet him over with micro missiles. Here comes the Deadeye though from Xseed, looking for the prime, but a diva of basic gets into space. Will we see another self-destruct? Yes we do. Again basic back, using the bomb just to get his mech back. And I feel like this is really just a big choice on Basic's part. It doesn't seem like he's interested to use the bombs on an offensive scale. So every single time he gets the mech and he has it, hey, it's an extra life. And it has been working apparently here for HARIBO on this map. Anyway though, payload now gonna get pushed to completion. No way for Gamecoach Academy to get the touch on. And that is what the problem on the hangar stage is. As soon as you're all on the outside, there's almost no way in getting back in. And HARIBO right now running rampant. They get frags on the board. GCA trying to escape, but it seems like that is the only release that they're gonna get. HARIBO finding their form and looking to breathe another instance of life into this one. Lyric in the meantime, with shots all abound. And Izar throwing that far strike over to the left hand side. Now the Shatter is available here for Izar, and looking for the push on forward. Bullets though, courtesy of the Diva. And Basic looking for our targets. Here we go now with the EMP. Just wait, gonna be setting things up. Sandbar in response though, Lyric hiding from the side. And finally, Perfect gonna get on the board. Takes care of the Sombro with a well-placed bomb. Basic, not gonna have any of that. Just gonna be bullying Xseed instead into the corner. He's gonna get the mech. This time, not gonna go for the self-destruct. It seems like a reset is gonna be in order here for the side of HARIBO. Poor Basic. He's unable to get on away whatsoever. Really getting staggered. Even gonna get pinned. And this is gonna be a good trade. Oh my god, it's not even a kill on the Basic. He has to kill himself. He has to drop at the map. And beautiful drain there, courtesy of Gamecoach Academy, utilizing the distance of that pin to actually keep the Diva alive. Defense giving some really solid IQ so far. Shatter though is available right here, right now for the blue hand side. They can go for that corner Shatter. They can just get the pins on. All they need to wait on is potentially the shield play from RBR attack. Now it's time for the Deadeye though. Xseed on that high ground, protected, gonna drop one down. DM courtesy of Basic gonna shut that one down. And in the meantime, here comes the push yet again. Looking for opportunities, looking to try and make it through. Here comes the half on to the May. And the self-destruct right now from Basic. Unable to get much done this time. RBR attack. Primal Rage though is afoot. And in the meantime, it's the Reinhardt getting frags on the board. Xseed, sneak peeking on the high ground, using the creep to a good degree. And that's what we want to do with the revolver. Putting in the damage, putting in the work from above. But an EMP right now from Just Wait. Gonna get the silence on the 3. Rally though already into play, and Lyric doesn't care about your EMP, doesn't care about your abilities. It's all about the armor right here, right now. And it's the Deadeye as well. Xseed gonna get the peel perfectly. Beautiful shield bash there, courtesy of Lyric. And that is going to be the defense from Gamecoach Academy. They turned it up to 11 on that 3rd point on Gibraltar.
Score 0-2. Switching sides.
2 points, 52 meters. Not a bad way to go, Batsings. But here we go right now. Gamecoach Academy going to be on the attack instead. And in the meantime, HARIBO. This has to be a hold for them unless they want to go home from the upper brackets. Again guys, since this is the upper brackets, whoever wins this will move on to the next stage. Whoever loses will fall on down to the lower bracket, but will still be in the tournament. I'm looking at how the bracket is gonna go. And I think whoever wins this is gonna be secured a slot into OD, into the trials rather. Because if I remember correctly, it is gonna be top 4, and you lose out here. Oh no, not yet. Rather, I don't think so. Let me count. 1, 2. So winners of those 2 are gonna be moving over to the grand finals, and those 2 are for sure secured. He loses that, gonna be secured second. Whoever wins that wins on that, gonna be able to play the finals. But beyond that, so the next 2. Okay, I got it. I understand the bracket, guys. I had to figure it out, and I think I understand. So, if you make it to the next round and you lose there, you have basically a 50-50 chance of making it to the top 4. If not, well, then then if you move on and then you win yet again, whoever makes it to the upper bracket finals are going to be secured a slot in trials. So a lot of goals right now for our 2 teams, for all the teams actually in our playoff bracket. But it seems like GCA looking to be pretty on points with these Metra antics. They teleport to the bridgeway, and right now they just impose their will against the opposition. HARIBO trying to survive, especially the main really skirting around the payload. But here for HARIBO, feels like the win condition for this specific fight is to just drain the time bank and sacrifice their lives to slow down the fight from GCA. So there you go, 3 minutes 15 on the clock. 45 seconds at the very start. Not a bad way to go about things there for HARIBO, if I do say so myself. But in the meantime, Yunsu catches out basic. That is going to be the Baby Diva getting caught out in the open and will get taken down overall. GCA right now looking to go for the high ground as well. Shots now keeping on coming. Exceed in the meantime, keeping the revolver going. And this McCree has the sightlines, has the high ground. It will be up to GCA if they're gonna call to actually go for the attrition down below. Now Izar spots out the target after the ice wall. Unfortunately, it's HARIBO looking to regroup once again. I love the rotation here for HARIBO. Very smart with the Brian Diva as well. They're playing into the tunnel. They're gonna be very strong at that one with the Mei as well as the Reaper. The McCree gonna have a tough time getting those sightlines, but we'll see how Exceed is gonna play things out as Perfect gets the first frag on the board. Make that a second as the Moira of Good Potential gonna get taken down. Dealer player stunned up as well. Here comes the Diva right now looking to come on through. And in the meantime, Exceed looking pretty potent in this one. Izar and Perfect even bullying the Reaper in behind. And that is gonna be Jusu unable to get anything done yet again. First point taken right now by Gamecoach Academy. Honestly, a whimper on the defense here for HARIBO compared to the roar they had on that attack. But anyway, it is what it is, and the first point right now will lead to the staggers onto the second. Look how quick Gamecoach Academy is executing. But Basic in the meantime goes for that self-destruct, unable to get much done. Dealer player though takes care of Izar after a beautiful pin there from RBR attack, allowing that opportunity to happen. By this point in time, it's gonna be HARIBO looking to contest that payload yet again. They really have this tendency to go for the fight where exactly the jet plane is right there right now. It's gonna be Blizzards onto the floor. 2 for 2 trades so far, just so in Basic versus XC right now. Flashbang right now gonna connect, but oh, that ice wall in error! Highly unfortunate in terms of the coordination, but Izar gonna be making up the difference. Gets the pin onto that Reaper. You can really see he already had the angle, already had the shots, but he just gets messed up by the ice wall of his teammates. But hey, Izard having a good time with those pins. Catches out RVR attack, forcing out the coalescence here from Gimbleton. In the meantime, Jusu looking to get in position. He's on the high ground, watching all the action in the carnage unfold down below. And there we go with the shot though from Izard. He's gonna be able to get one. The Reaper right now in behind, still not utilizing that. That Blossom might be doing so right here, right now. Might get frozen up as well. No more rate for him to survive. And Gamecoach Academy, yet again, another decisive victory. It seems like whenever we get into a long haul, bro, GCA is the one in such a good slate. Shots now keeping on coming though, and Perfect gonna be sticking by the plane. Flashbang right now gonna connect. In the meantime, that Blossom courtesy of that Reaper, and a desperate endeavor from Jusu. He's gonna get frozen up for his troubles. And Gamecoach Academy, 4:10 on the clock, looking for the push, looking to make things happen. One more point, one more push, and this is going to be the show here and now. HARIBO has to really put up a very desperate defense to try and make things happen. They're looking for a map number 4, potentially a map number 5, but right now, they're map number 3. Not looking good whatsoever, because the payload is just looking at the objective, seeing it, salivating at its destination. And there you go already, D-Mech on the basic. Not a good start whatsoever. Counter self-destruct actually here from Perfect. And both Divas back into their fighters. Exceed trying to get the Dead Eye this time. Basically gonna get in the way. Dealer player with the Sandbear earlier on. And it's only a 1-for-1 trade. Izzar actually rampaging instead. Gets the Nanobus courtesy of Austin. And it's looking really good for Gamecoach as the payload being pushed all the way to the tail end. Desperate defense right now from Justway. He's on the Reaper. Popping that raid 4. But it seems like there is gonna be a ghost of a chance here for HARIBO to get the contest. And Gamecoach Academy wins things at 3-0. They will move on to the next part of the bracket. Moving on to upper bracket round number 3. That is victory here for GCA. A clean sweep in this series. Play of the game over to Izzar. Very well deserved for many of his aggressive plays. Really goes to show it has been a main tank kind of deal today between Dinawat and Izzar right now. Absolute MVPs. You can also say though, Lyric is looking really potent in so many times as well. Thank you. Good luck further. See you then. There you go, guys. So, good luck further to Gamecoach as well as HARIBO, since we are going to be seeing both of them still in this bracket. Let's just quickly run down those maps one last time. Victory. My name is Gamecoach Academy, and very well deserved. That was a 3-2 victory there by the blue hand side, and it really showed how decisive that they can be with their execution. They are able to really win things out in standard fights. Their support line getting those kills, and one big key difference that GCA had over HARIBO was the fact that they were able to force out ultimates out of them and still come out even or maybe even ahead. Look at that last fight, especially the Sandbear coming out early. Well played there for GCA, playing the zone on and able to stay alive. Nano boosted Reinhardt, getting the KOs at the end of that map. But anyway, it's time to go for a quick little recap of those results. Lijiang Tower taken by GCA 2-1, Kings Road taken again 2-1, and Gibraltar going the long haul. Both sides putting up a good fight on their offense, but Gamecoach Academy just paving a way through the blood and bones of HARIBO's defense. And that was a quick series. After a quick start, it felt very hectic to actually get ready for that one. But hey, it has been an absolute pleasure so far to give you some open division action. So we will be taking our first substantial break, guys, since we are going to be waiting on for the rest of the matches to finish on up, as well as look as who we can cast to begin with. We'll be giving updates here and the Twitters as much as possible, so you guys will want to stay on and tune on in. But if you guys are gonna go real quick, our next match by default will be at 6 p.m. GMT plus 8, that's 7 p.m. KST, 4 a.m. Pacific time, and I think that's like 11 a.m. Central European time. So there you go, mark your alarms if you want to come back for some T3 Pacific action, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in so far. We'll be right back for our third match of the day. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys then.